And in the locker room, each guy has been going over and through his own routine to get ready. But once they take the floor, they're one single unit. Coming to you live on this Tuesday night, it's the NBA on 2K Sports. I'm Kevin Harlan, Greg Anthony, and Clark Kellogg joining me courtside with our sideline reporter, Allie LaForce. And this is where the power rankings sort of lock in as we begin to look toward the postseason. You look at Golden State, they still have a firm hold on that second spot. Strong place to be.
And you know, right now for the Pelicans, they're by far one of the best teams in the league, continuing to prove that, holding on to that fourth-ranked spot.
Now let's take a look at the Nuggets opening lineup. They've got Christian Brown. Keith is out there with Jokic. And it's Coles in at the guard position. And for New Orleans, they've got Charles Bassey. Marks is out there with Barnes. Then it's King, and it's Flanders in at the shooting guard. I think we can officially say at GA the playoffs are looming in the not-too-distant future.
Yeah, and for most teams out there, there's still plenty of work to do. It's not just about qualifying for the postseason. It's about getting a good seed as well.
Now here's Barnes. Pass to Flanders. Bangs home the trifecta.
And he likes to get in a rhythm early. Nice triple.
Here's Cole. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Now, here's Jokic. Just 5 on the clock. Goes up on the wing. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Here's Marks. It's blocked. And now the Nuggets. Fast break. Here's Coles. And that basket's going to count, folks. Gets the goaltending call right there.
Just barely too late and catches it on the way down. He's already in the air there, committed, so can't fault him for going for the block.
And the replay demonstrating once again how aggressive that defense was.
And right out of the gate, trying to set the tone defensively, you gotta love that energy.
King, the pass to Flanders. Teardrop shot. Can't get it to fall, and he's missed the second after making his first. Pass to Cole. Just around a minute and a half into the first quarter. Now Brown. Back to Jokic. For the three. And it's King with the rebound. For New Orleans, they've gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Pass to Flanders. There's the triple. Sinks the three-pointer. Flanders has got 6.
Well, he is looking confident. Love how they're using him so far.
And you know what? They're going to keep using him. I mean, he'll be the centerpiece of their offense today. You can bank on that. Now, here's Jokic. Great numbers on a nightly basis as he averages over 24 points a game. King outside. They set the pick. Pass to Barnes. Fires for 3. Gets it to go from beyond the arc.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play.
To the middle. Here's Coles. Gets the jumper from the corner to fall. Coles got his second bucket of the night. The New Orleans Pelicans come into this one after the win against Phoenix.
Well, it helps when your opponent makes that many mistakes. I thought that was the story of the game.
Yeah, I think that was a big part of it for sure, as it is anytime you make a bunch of mistakes. All they had to do was follow their game plan, and that's exactly what they did.
He muscles it in through the contact, and they call the foul. He's on his way to the free throw line.
Some loud hustle points right there. My goodness.
Let's quickly check out the scoring breakdown here for New Orleans.
You know, right from the start, it seemed they got hot from three-point range, pulling apart the defense and racking up the points, too.
And also have to bring up their passing game. They've been moving the ball with great precision so far and creating great looks for their teammates.
The Nuggets trail by 8. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Allie LaForce on the sideline.
I caught up with the head coach for New Orleans. He told me there's no real way to stop Nikola Jokic. He can score on anyone, and when you try to double him, he dissects you with his passing, which is arguably his most dangerous trait. Coach continued, you can pick your poison with Joker, but either way, you are getting poisoned. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thank you. Greg, we see a lot of change in the NBA, but Nikola Jokic always seems to stay in the MVP conversation.
And not just in it, at the top of it. His ability to affect the game is basically unmatched. He dominates in just about every single aspect.
Pass to Brown. Jokic high post. Over Bassey. And Jokic gets it to go.
Really hard to move Jokic off the blocks. He's tough down there.
Now here's King. Still yet to score. Pass to Marks. King inside. Here's Flanders. Connects from... three-point range.
Great three-point shooting here out of the gate. That makes 4 makes already from long distance.
Bring music, scorching those nets. How long can they keep this up, though?
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a few moments here to check in with his team and regroup. Let's bring out the 2K leaderboard to see the best up-tempo teams in the league. 4th, the Nuggets.
Yeah, I mean, they've got the athletes to run the break all game long, so that's their edge. They're always looking to take advantage.
Denver passing it around. Pass to Cole. Shoots over King. King with the block. To the inside. Garnett. And it's slammed in by Garnett.
Taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam.
Really piling on the lead with a dunk like that.
And this is his first trip to the line tonight.
Mind the lanes. Mind the lanes. One shot.
The free throw drops for Garnett. The Nuggets trail by 10. Here's Cole. He picked up 12 points in their last win against Atlanta.
And it was not a one-man show. That was the best part. He had just as good a game with his passing as he did with his scoring.
Excellent all-around performance so far, hence the big lead.
Yeah, you know, they've had the advantage at both ends. They've got all the momentum early on.
Pass to Brown. King with the steal. And here's Garnett, guarded by Keith. And here is Ellis. Down to 5 on the shot clock. At 3 off the mark.
Rare you'll see him miss such an open look.
Jokic sets the screen for Brown. Shot to stop the run, and Jokic lays it up and in. Jokic has got 6 points.
You cannot shoot the ball much better than he is right now.
It's Garnett on the wing. It's tipped. Here's Brown. Here's Coles. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
No good on the free throw. And he sinks the second. Clark, you're so familiar with the college game. What's the biggest adjustment for guys coming into the pros?
I think the strength of the NBA players, Kevin, and the pace of play, and then also the number of games. I mean, that's just a lot more than what you see in college, and how you go about preparing for that type of schedule, that type of physical talent, that type of physical wear and tear is something that no college player is usually ready to handle until he goes through it.
New Orleans leading by 9. King, the pass to Garnett, and it's slammed in by Garnett.
Displaying intensity right off the opening tip, especially on the offensive end.
Tell you what, forget about easing into the game. They came out with guns blazing.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He's going to take a minute here to get things straightened out. Peters checks in for Charles Bassey. The Nuggets trail by 11. Pass to Wood. Now Brown. Wood a screen on Garnett. And again, Denver no good. Here's Ellis. Off to a good start as he hits his first shot attempt.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
Here's Jovic. Wood with it. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production. King, the pass to Black. Back to King. It's Garnett on the wing. 6 on the shot clock. New Orleans needs to get off a shot. Offensive rebound. Peters with the bucket.
Yeah, that's the 3rd bucket in a row from the paint. This defense needs to clog those lanes in the middle.
King with the steal. To the paint. Here's Ellis. Nice pass. Led him to the rack perfectly for the layup. Ellis has got his 2nd bucket tonight.
How many times have we seen a possession like that from them today? Ending with a basket, coming off a pretty pass.
Well, when you look at the assist totals, heck, they've been clearly the better team.
Here's Jovic. Still scoreless. Here's Jokic. And that time, also a missed shot.
They've been sensational on the backboard to start this game.
Yeah, sensational is a really good word for it. They're tearing it up on the glass.
Now here's Ellis. Back to Garnett. It's stolen by Brown. Ellis against Wood. Pass to Cole. Back to Wood. 6 to shoot. Jokic sets the screen for Wood. Wood is double. Puts up a deep 3. Knocked loose, and they recover it. Count that one. And here is King. His last outing, he had 18 points. Here's Blackman. 1:57 left in the first quarter of the game. King, the pass to Peters, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Jokic. Pelicans shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw shots of the night.
And they've had really good numbers all season from the free throw line.
And that's a little better than they did last year from the free throw line.
The Nuggets trail by 14. So out there for the Nuggets right now, you've got Keefe, and it's Jovic in at the 4 spot. Pass to Wood. The 3 gets that one to fall after missing his first 2. 1 for 3 from the field.
And the lack of effort to fight over the screen there makes that an easy shot.
Well, I'm going to credit the screen. I mean, that's a good, strong pick he lays there.
Barnes outside. Shot clock at 6. Launches from deep. Keith grabs the miss. The Nuggets shooting 43% for the game. Wood passes to Clemens, and there's a whistle. That goes on Scotty Barnes. That is his first foul of the game.
First team foul.
Wood against Ellis. Lock at 6. Here's Jokic. An 11-point game for him in the win against Atlanta.
He just missed it. He's typically solid from mid-range.
King outside. Here's Blackman. Scoreless thus far. Pass to Ellis. Now King. Shot from the wing. Yes, and it's Ellis picking up the assist.
And with the lead, I like the strategy here. Continue to get the ball to guys who can do something with it.
If it's working, keep working it. That's what I say. Keep the pressure on.
Here is Keith, covered by Kamara. Stolen away. And here's the fast break. Here's Blackman. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Clark, more so than ever, NBA offenses are putting the ball in the hands of their stars and letting them go to work.
Yeah, you know, Kevin, that's because NBA offense is all about creating space, and usually your star players can do that with a high level of skill, speed, shot making, and playmaking. You can create it with strength as well, playing through a guy like Jokic, Giannis, and Luka.
Here's Clemens. He's averaging just around 8.5 points a game. Denver needs to get off the shot.
And wait to finish and cut into that lead a little bit.
Yeah, but look at the basket guy still shaking.
Well, I tell you what, he loaded up as much power as he could behind that two-hander.
Barnes outside. And again, no good by New Orleans. The Nuggets trail by 13. Here's Wood, and finished off by Wood.
You gotta love his aggressiveness to finish inside.
Well, his leaping ability gives him a great advantage.
Fellas, that's exactly why they look to get him the ball around the rim. I mean, it's either a dunk or free throws every time.
Down low. Stripped away. Out to the right wing. Here's Clemens. And Denver again with the bucket. Here in the second quarter, just under 3.5 minutes played. Now King, he's a guy we see deliver on a nightly basis, averaging about 24.5 points a game. And the dunk by Barnes.
And this kid has hops. Barnes gets airborne there and slams it down.
So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. He made the decision to huddle up with his guys and talk about strategy. Now we get a chance to view the NBA's best setup men. Take a look at Slim, an uncommonly gifted passer, leading the league in assists.
And it's hard to argue with his status as the best passer in the NBA right now. He just distributes the ball so well.
Jones, no luck. New Orleans leading by 11. King outside. Here's Blackman, and he takes the fantastic lead pass up strong for the slam.
The D just kind of stepping aside and letting him get to the rim.
There's a reason, GA, the lead is what it is right now.
You know, you look at it, the communication is lacking, as is the trust. They can ill afford those types of breakdowns. It won't work. You can't win with those kind of breakdowns. He got the room he needed and knocked it down. That's a quality shot.
King outside to the wing on the left. No one near him. Blackman's shot is off.
And guys, not sure where his head was on that shot. Not what this offense was designed to create.
Not at all. I mean, that's where they want him looking for a teammate, not trying to do it on his own. He needs to share the wealth there.
Keith with a screen on Ellis. Ellis on the double team. Jones kicks to Wood. Here's Jokic. Good! Jokic can indeed take a little contact.
A guy who always seems to be in the right place at the right time. Jokic on top of that one.
Well, a chance to check out some stats for Jokic.
And guys, for a measure of how he's performing offensively, look no further than the true shooting percentage. There's been a steady drop in his last 5 games, and he's got to be scrambling now to get that feel back.
Well, Clark, we've all heard the stats on Nikola Jokic, but it doesn't tell the entire story, does it?
No, it doesn't tell the whole story, but it tells you a series of stories. I mean, Jokic is like the encyclopedia of basketball, Kevin. I mean, I just love watching him play. I mean, this guy does it his own way at his own pace, and his skill level is off the charts. His shot making is remarkable. His unorthodox way of doing what he does is a treat for all spectators of the game.
Pass to Barnes. Sinks that one from the post. Barnes has got 4 points this quarter.
Barnes so physical inside. He can beat you down there as well.
Here's Cole. 5 points in the game. Shoots over King, and he didn't get quite enough under that one.
Clear he's pressing a little bit right now, and that's not going to help.
Pass to Barnes. Back to King. Good, and it's Barnes picking up the assist. And now it's an 11-point Pelican lead. Here's Cole. He's been playing a big part of their offensive scheme, averaging around 15.5 points a game. And the officials will call the illegal screen right there.
And here's a look at the stats for Slim. He's been on a tremendous roll since the All-Star break. He's putting up about 20 points per game, 15 assists, and 10 rebounds. And he's such a big part of what they do offensively.
Yeah, he's just got that nice feel, that sixth sense, knowing where to be on the floor to help his teammates generate points.
I mean, the number of points they've scored in the paint already here is eye-opening.
Over to the left wing. Here's Cole. Makes it off the glass. Cole's got 7 points in the game.
Well, check out that assist. That's a pair of teammates that are clearly on the same page.
That first time out of the game called for New Orleans.
And they're in the top half of the league in assists. Could they do more? Sure, but they're putting in some effort.
And going back to the rebounding, this season they're having on the glass. They enjoy the physical aspect of the game, no doubt. And Greg, it really suits their size and their style. Let's check in now with our Allie LaForce, who's got a story for us. Allie?
Hey, the Nuggets have gotten used to success. Nikola Jokic said, quote, winning is a lifestyle for us. It's really good when you're winning. Everybody's happy. Everybody wants to play. Everybody is buying into the system. I was here when we were losing, so I do not want to go back to that. Back to you.
They're sure good with him in the lineup. Okay, thank you, Allie. Nikola Jokic has checked in for Keith. The Nuggets shooting their 5th free throw of the game here. New Orleans leading by 8. King, the pass to Barnes. Pass to Kamare. Back to Barnes. Ellis against Brown. On the wing. Now Kamara. Second chance shot. And again, no good by New Orleans. The Nuggets trail by 8 and taken away by Ellis. Here's Barnes. Banked in off the glass. 11 points in the game.
Yeah, the chemistry has been terrific. Really impressed with their offensive execution.
You know, the defense has really been kept off balance because of the outstanding passes. 4 straight field goals have been made off an assist.
Shots good by Cole.
Yeah, field goal percentage above 50 now. Their offense is starting to show.
And, you know, that's a really good sign. I mean, they stumbled out of the gate, but they're starting to look a little better now and regaining some ground.
That'll do it for the first half. New Orleans on top, leading by 9. It's the NBA on 2K Sports from New Orleans.
48.
Hey, everybody. I got a secret. We're approaching the playoffs, and we are starting the show with a breakdown of the Western Conference standings.
You know, for the Pelicans, they've been phenomenal. All the lofty predictions, the expectations, they've all come true. Now comes the hardest part, the postseason. Every team is going to be gunning for them.
And let's dig into the first half now. Things looking pretty good for the Pelicans.
They're moving at a high speed. When they get in space, they really push the pace. Makes them hard to keep up with.
Yeah, several times the defense couldn't get back. That created all sorts of mismatches.
Thank you for being with us. Now let's send it to Kevin Harlan for the second half tip.
And we've got third quarter of basketball for you, 2 quarters in the books. You look at Scotty Barnes, what a contribution.
No problem fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on it. Body him up, be physical with him.
The Nuggets trail by 9. Marks is out there with Barnes. Then it's Charles Bassey. Then it's King. And it's Flanders in at the shooting guard position. So that's the group out there for New Orleans. Here's Coles. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic. Coles got 15 points.
That's the kind of D that you're not going to find success with, guys. They've got to get a hand in the face.
Barnes outside. Pass to Flanders. Barnes outside. 6 to shoot. For 3. Rebound by the Nuggets.
Well, he's got a great stroke. That one almost dropped.
Here is Keith. Inside, Coles. Oh, he blocked it and deflects off the backboard. And here in the second half of play, we're just over a minute in. King, the pass to Bassey. Lost contact on the shot, and now a 3-point play chance as he'll head to the line.
It's a great move, and he catches the defense completely off guard.
Yeah, if that's a harbinger of things to come, he's looking at having a very big second half.
The Nuggets trail by 9. Here's Cole. 15 points in the game. King with the steal. Now the fast break. King with the ball. Five on the clock. Pass to Barnes. Puts up a deep 3. They grab their own miss. Stolen by Brown. 2 minutes gone in this third quarter now. Shots good by Cole.
That's a nice play, getting the separation he needs for a clean look.
And you look at him, he's given up an awful lot of size in that matchup, so he needs to have the ability to create separation.
Lets it go from deep. King's shot is off. The Nuggets trail by 6. Just over 2.5 minutes gone by here in the second half. Here's Cole. 18 points for him.
That's a nice job by Jokic getting fouled in the act, and we know he's going to cash in most times.
It's his first trip to the line. So David Adelman's decided to call a timeout here. This now will give him a chance to discuss some potential changes. To the paint, here's Coles. King with the block. Third quarter here, and 3 minutes have come off the clock. Pass to Flanders. Into the lane. Over in the corner, Barnes. Clock is at 3. And a dunk to finish it off. Ah, beauty.
just rubbing it in their faces with that dunk.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for.
King with the steal. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down. That gives him a double-double in this one. 10 points and 13 assists. Here's Coles. Plays it up and banks it in. Coles got 8 points here in this quarter.
And that's right where they wanted to go with the ball in rhythm.
King outside. Good for another bucket. He's made half a dozen now, 6 for 8 on the night.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
Second team foul. Substitution on the court.
King with the steal. Now the fast break. King with the ball. Garnett the pass to King. Ellis surveying the D. To the left side wing. 5 to shoot. King inside. Bassey. And there's the bucket. Stay with it on the offensive glass, getting it done. Bassey's got 8.
They have been board dominant in this game. That's definitely been a factor in crafting this huge lead.
And it's been a well-rounded performance. I mean, strong rebounding has certainly been at the center of it, but it's been good on a number of levels.
King with the steal. Cuts off the pass. Here's Cole. Jokic a screen. 6 on the shot clock. Coles passes to Brown. Pulls up on the wing. Bassey pulls it in. Bassey's got rebound number 8 now on the night. Here's Ellis. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. And now a chance to see what's coming up for the Denver Nuggets. On Thursday, they'll go up against the Trailblazers in Portland. And then on Sunday, they'll go up against Devin Booker and the Phoenix Suns.
And looking at the Blazers matchup, it's the second game of a back-to-back, and you know they're going to be feeling the effects of it. Playing that much basketball in that short amount of time really takes a toll.
Here is Keith. Nothing on the board. Now, here's Jokic. Oh, Jokic powering inside.
Boy, his ball handling skills for a guy of his size and the creativity he plays with, just remarkable when you watch Jokic do his thing.
Back to King. And the Pelicans miss again. The Nuggets trail by 11. Pass to Cole. Here's Brown. Kept alive.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
And you know what? That tells the story in a lot of games, guys. And here you go. It's telling the story tonight, too.
Here's Keith. And with that one, the lead is trimmed to single digits. Keith's got himself going there. His first points of the game on the deep ball. Down low, Jokic with the steal. 3-on-3. The Nuggets moving the ball around, and it's good for 2. Cole's got 10 points here in the second half.
He's been excellent in this period. Even though they're down, he's keeping them close.
Garnett wide open. King left side. Garnett with a screen on Brown. And there's the shot clock violation. Couldn't get the shot off in time. We get a break in the action, so let's take a look at the West and how the teams are stacking up. Look at New Orleans. Right now, they've acquired the second-best record in the conference. And checking out Denver. They're down in 7th place.
And, you know, for the Pelicans, with the regular season they've enjoyed, it has to be wondered at this point if they're the team to beat this postseason.
You know, the way they've handled just about every challenge that's been thrown at them this year, I don't see how they couldn't be considered front runners for the title.
That's a double whammy, guys.
That's right. A great defensive play, then the emphatic stuff.
Well, turning defense to offense, we talk about it all the time. Try to hit your opponent at the other end before they can set up the defense.
And, guys, the D has to show a little more fight on the interior than they did on that trip.
And the shot is good from Garnett.
Yeah, he's shown terrific control of the pace and the rhythm of this offense.
You know, numbers don't always tell the story, guys, but his assist totals do paint the picture here. I mean, he's got everybody involved.
Here's the screen. Here's Keith. And there's another turnover by the Nuggets. And a brief look now at the best rebounders from the point guard position over the past month. Take a look at Slim. No doubt one of the most efficient rebounders in the game.
And, well, rebounding isn't something you really think too much about with point guards, but he plays.
Both teams deciding to change it up. Taking a look at the Nuggets. They've got Christian Brown. Jokic is out there with Keith. And it's Coles in at the 1 spot. Pass to Jokic. Lets the 3 fly. Shot's good by Cole. Cole's got 13 points in the second half.
Their three-point percentage has taken a big leap here in this second half.
And their lasers are starting to do their thing. I mean, that's going to be the ticket for them the rest of the way.
To the inside. And Jovic gets it to go. Jovic has got 10 points now just in this quarter.
It's really been a tale of two halves, guys. A slow start, but this quarter, he has really been the man.
Outside, Dort. And again, another assist.
That makes 15 assists.
He's been one step ahead of the defense all game long. Pass to Jokic. Over Passy, and it's Jokic missing. Pelicans leading by 3. A steal. Here's Cole. Back to Jokic. And the rebound goes to the Pelicans. Kings got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. It's Dort on the wing. And again, New Orleans with the triple.
And when you have Dort on your side, this is what he brings on the offensive end. Great off the catch and fire.
Pass to Brown. Here's Jovic. Jokic with the screen on Barnes. Jovic passes to Cole. Here's King. Hammers it home to polish off the break.
Just rubbing it in their faces with that.
He is never going to take his foot off the pedal.
And that's terribly demoralizing for a defense, guys. I mean, they know he's going to keep coming and coming and coming, and that they may not have an answer for it.
Cole. Offensive struggles continue, missing again. King with it. Pass to Blackman. Over in the corner, Barnes. Just 5 to shoot. Over Jokic. Barnes can't get it to go. The Nuggets trail by 8. An intentional foul committed, but for what purpose, Greg, I'm not sure.
A scene of confusion right there. I can't imagine why he thought it was a good idea to foul there.
Pass to Keith. The Nuggets moving the ball around. Here's Jokic. Passy defending. Pelicans pull it in. Passy's got 11 rebounds in the game. Barnes finds Dort. King outside. Now Bassey. Jokic defending. Bassey the pass to Dort. From outside off the mark. The Nuggets trail by 8. Pass to Cole. A 3 ball. Drills it from outside.
And perimeter scoring, I have to imagine it was a topic of discussion at halftime.
Certainly. I mean, they saw a weakness in the perimeter defense and took advantage of it.
Here's King. Outside Dort. Good on the triple. Dort's got 11 in the second half.
His shooting has been outstanding. Definitely one of the reasons they're up in this game.
Brown the pass to Cole. Jokic inside. Bassi defending. And the shot is good. The Pelican lead has been cut down now to just 6 points with that basket from Jokic. New Orleans has gone 4-7 with the long ball here in the fourth quarter. King inside. Barnes fires. And get the three.
They get that one, but guys, on the night, that's been the problem, securing the ball.
They've been out-hustled. At this point, hard to see them recovering from that.
And so David Adelman calls the timeout. There was no hesitating. He wants to talk to the team right now. It's time to send it over now to our reporter, Allie LaForce.
Thanks, guys. I got a chance to hear what Denver's head coach was saying to the team. He told his players, we are right there, guys. This game is ours. Continue to work hard, and we will win this game.
Great work as always, Allie. Thank you. Jokic can't get it to go. Pelicans leading by 6. There's the pick. Tries it from 16. Another shot. And he got it. Nice execution on the layup.
Just a grinder. Always doing the dirty work on the offensive glass. And that's one of the things he brings to the table.
And Slim picks up the foul. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
14 foul.
We've got 1:48 left to play here in the fourth. Shot clock at 5. Off target from outside. Here are the Pelicans with the ball. They're on a 13-5 run here. Barnes. Count it!
Just tough, gritty play there by Barnes. That's how you deal with physicality.
The Nuggets trail by 11. They set the pick. Here's Jokic. Jokic rising up.
You know, for all of his agility and craftiness, the slick moves, Jokic not afraid to go old school and just throw it down on you.
1:03 left in the fourth quarter. King left side. What a finesse finish on the lay-in.
And now as the clock ticks down, this is going to end up as a solid victory here for New Orleans.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And these guys already with 45 wins on the year. So tonight we'll make it 46.
And just bulldozing their way through this season series. The victory here tonight will make it 3-0 for the year with 1 left to be played against Denver.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Slim.
He did it all tonight and had a triple-double to show for it. Leading by example, he was tremendous.
20 seconds left in the fourth. Now Wood from deep. So we see New Orleans taking the W here. Even early on in this one, it seemed like they were happy to be playing at home tonight.
And it makes a big difference. Once they started to really play in rhythm, you never felt like they had any doubts as to whether or not they were going to win.
And that'll do it, folks. So for Allie LaForce and my colleagues here at the table, Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. Thanks for being with us. But as we go, let's take a look at our player of the game, Slim.
things they can and wisdom to know the difference. But we slow.